Alrighty, so we are going to be doing a Q&A today, just kind of asking Kevin some questions on his opinions, what's changing, what's going on, and what he's seeing in his world, and hopefully it gives you guys a little bit of insight so we can try to all stay connected during this time. So my first question for you, Kevin, is what is the drawing on the board behind you?
Oh, jeez. That is my youngest son, Jack, was in here last week one day, and I'm not sure if I was in here or not, and he just wrote a little thing that said he's the best and outlined it with different colors. So I guess now I know that he's the best.
So you're obviously in your office, so you're not working from home, or most of the time you're not, I guess. So
Right.
You're still working at Mass Trucking. Who else is there with you?
The maintenance department is all here. Obviously, the maintenance department is still up in Canton. Barb and Tim and Scott are still in operations. The training program is still here. Kayla Troxel, and Carrie and Maria in accounting.
Yep.
I think I have everybody.
So with the majority of the people that are normally in Millersburg not there, what's it like at the Millersburg terminal?
Well, I am glad to see the people that are here, but I do miss not seeing the people that aren't. I didn't realize how much I missed that until they weren't here, and I didn't get to see them every day. And I'm looking forward to getting back into some sort of normalcy where people are here. All the people are here again.
Mm-hmm. So we talked about, obviously, a lot of us are working remotely. What are some things that we've changed in the last couple weeks that have happened as a result of this coronavirus stuff?
We have changed a ton with our people. Number one, we got to make sure that we're safe, and we've changed different. I think we changed a lot of stuff early on, and I'm glad we made some of the changes, but we continue to improve them with trying to find protective equipment and been working hard to try to get sanitizer. Hand sanitizer has been a challenge to get any quantity of it. I think we're now ordered the 4th or 5th supply of hand sanitizer, and the only one we've really received so far is one that is basically, when you open the bottle, it just smells like tequila, and I don't think that will work for us. But we have several different others ordered, just nothing that showed up yet.
Yeah. When this stuff first hit and we first made some of the decisions to start working from home and all of that, we were all meeting, multiple times a day, and just making changes and trying to support our people the best we can. It was happening so fast. We had to meet multiple times a day and put all of these videos out to communicate. And I think our changes have kind of slowed down, but I think, we still meet at least 3 times a week to kind of go over coronavirus related things, and that there's still changes and decisions and decisions being made about coronavirus stuff every day. I mean, we're still battling it, internally every day.
So just kind of go where we're at and what we've been doing. So I think you're right. So at the beginning, every time you heard news in the first probably 3 weeks, it was just kind of a shocker to the system. You didn't quite believe that it was happening. So I think I'm guessing, we're probably repeating what you said a little bit, but I think we probably got together 10 times in the first however many days just to kind of review what the next step was. And we're still going through it. There's a handful of us that are going through it to kind of make sure we're making as good a decisions as we possibly can, and meeting 3 times a week, which has been good. We still talk about it every day, sometimes all day. It's kind of my overview of how we have to think about these things. So there's a lot of different things at play, but I think we got to get it kind of base it on three basic things. Number one is we got to keep our people safe. So we have to do everything in our power to make sure that the people here are safe. And that means everybody, including drivers, mechanics, and anybody else that's here in Millersburg or in Canton, and as well as the people that are working remotely. Obviously, we want to encourage everybody to make sure that we're safe first. That has to be number one on our responsibility. After we're doing that, we have to kind of recognize what we're doing. And I think it's never been more obvious than right now that what we do is so important, that we are helping to basically feed the people of America. And I think I'm very proud of that. We work in an industry that doesn't hear that very often, but we've heard it more recently, and I'm very thankful for that. I'm extremely thankful of the people of the people that I work with here in all the different roles. We've been able to function at a very good level through all of this. We've had a few people that have gotten sick. I think everybody's been drivers that have gotten sick. Nobody has actually tested positive, partly because I think they don't give everybody the tests, but we've had several people that have dealt with it. Thankfully, everybody has been getting better and back to work, and that's been good to see. But obviously, we got to keep our people safe. We have to take care of feeding America. And the third thing that I think we need to really focus on next is we got to provide a great service. And once we get out of all the COVID-19 safety, and even when people start going back to work in the retail and food businesses and all those kind of places that are currently closed, once they go back to work, I think we're still going to be dealing with a economy that has 20 or 30% unemployment for a period. That doesn't come back quickly. The market for trucking has certainly changed, and we want to make sure that we're providing a great service. We still have to make sure that when customers call, we do a fantastic job, and we've got the right people to do that, and we've been doing a fantastic job of doing that. I'm very appreciative of how much our main base primary customers have been giving us basically all the work that we have been getting months ago, and in many cases actually more than we were getting earlier, to just help support. Our customers are supporting us during this time when it can be very difficult to find good work, so I'm very thankful for that. We want to make sure that we keep giving them that kind of service, so when they call us first, and thankfully up to now we've been fortunate to have customers that have maintained.
Yeah, so that was kind of one of my next questions, was like, what changes are you seeing from some of our big customers? You know, like the dairy comes to mind, Daisy, Sugardale, you know, who are our key customers. What changes are you seeing? I know, like, right when this hit, we kind of saw a big influx, but what have you been seeing, you know, since then?
Well, the lanes have changed some. If our customers were serving the food service customers, or, you know, the food that went to restaurants and a retail store kind of place, those lanes have dropped significantly. For a while, they were basically non-existent. Then obviously the ones that are going to the grocery stores have picked up dramatically. And I'm very thankful a good majority of the stuff that we haul ends up in a grocery store. And because of that, we've been able to stay busy with good work throughout this time. Now, I will say, when we're out and about and we're trying to find return loads and we don't have our own stuff already set up, the spot market is as low as I can remember it for at least 20 years, maybe more. And that's very tough. So we have to kind of change how we get return loads. We're testing a couple things to where, you know, even coming back off the East Coast, we're trying a couple trucks where instead of spending time on a load that's cheap, we might just come straight back and get another load. So we got to do whatever we can right now to try to make this thing work.
As, you know, kind of as the owner of the company, and your role, it's kind of, you know, your vision casting, you're leading our teams. With everything that's gone on with the coronavirus, how has that changed your role day to day, or what you're doing? You know, in your role, how has this coronavirus pandemic changed what you're doing?
I don't know that it's really changed what my responsibilities are. I think my responsibilities remain the same. I think we still have to make good decisions with anything that's coming toward us. especially right now, we have to make sure that we're making good decisions now so that we can survive this, and when we go through this, that we're actually better off. So, I think that we have to picture, before we can talk about long-term stuff, we got to picture the short-term stuff. So I don't know how long this lasts, but my first expectation is in the next month or 3 months or whatever it is that we're in this kind of world, that in that period of time, when we come out of it, that first of all, that our people are safe, and that our people have good work, that they're still able to support themselves, their families, and that has to be first in the front of our mind. Secondly, we want to make so that in 60 or 90 days, or whenever we go back to some semblance of normal, is that our customers still call us first. And then lastly, when this is all done, we got to become better through this. I think we should see this as an opportunity for us to really look at everything we're doing and find ways to improve what we're doing, because I think there's always room to improve, and we have to think like that. I think we will. I think we've got the right people here in all the different parts of our business, that when this is all said and done and we get back to some sort of normalcy, that we're even performing at a better level. So I think that's, I see that as an opportunity, and not looking at the negative side of it.